COVID season was interesting. I'm not going to say it was all awesome, because it wasn't, but it wasn't all terrible either. You know, from my perspective, I guess from like a business standpoint, at first it brought some pretty good fear and worry, and I'm not like a big worrier, so that was unusual for me. So I was just kind of a little concerned about, you know, because things really slowed down in the real estate world once the governor said you can't show houses anymore. And so what was really cool though, and I guess how God did show up for me, was that quickly transitioned from feeling a sense of worry about, you know, providing, and converting that into a sense of kind of peace and joy of the extra time I go around the family. You know, I work a lot of hours, and I don't often get a lot of time around the family, especially during the week. And I found myself really settling into the rhythm and slowing down and being an active parent, and just finding honestly a lot of joy in that circumstance. And then when the state got opened back up again and business picked up again, I actually started to miss the way things were during stay at home. So that was definitely like I think a sweet realization for me of how even during a difficult time, God was able to really bring to the surface a big positive. And I think something that now I want to hold on to. I want to spend more time with my boys, so now I need to figure out that. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember at the beginning thinking that it wasn't going to be that long. I don't know why. Like, oh, we might just get an extra week of spring break, which sounded really fun. But as it turned into more weeks, I kind of came to a place where I saw that I was actually struggling in my home, just having all of the kids home all the time. And it just was a bit overwhelming, and I realized that, you know, I do that each summer, but that during the school year, my kids are actually gone a lot, which made me kind of sad, actually. And I just found myself in a place where I wasn't finding joy in the day-to-days. I was just feeling overwhelmed, and yeah, like I almost couldn't handle my own children. And so I came to a place with God where I just had to be like, these are the children that you gave to me purposefully, and they're in my home. This is my ministry. And just to realize that I had probably neglected that for a while, that I think Tim and I maybe had lost sight a little bit of what family means and what God truly intended for it.
It's really easy to get over busy, you know, and I think we were guilty of that.
Yeah. And so
that was the blessing. In coronavirus, I think we realized that we had way too many things on our schedule every week, too many babysitters, too many meetings, too many meetings for meetings, even things that were like church commitments, which were like good, healthy things, was taking away our ability to like truly parent our kids.
Just to do the ministry well in our own home with our own kids. And so I remember just kind of going before God and just saying, like, I want to be a joyful mother who loves having my kids around and who doesn't feel just this constant feeling of being overwhelmed. And so that was it for me. I just thought, I need to be able to be joyful in my own home with the children that God has put in front of me purposefully. And it was obviously not a moment of change, but like the transition into that has been really cool. And I can just see God over and over again, just allowing me to just have fun with my children and just be a part of that and be a part of their childhood, and just and love having them in the home. And now I don't know what it's going to be like when they go back to school. It almost makes me sad. So I think that's it for us.
That's it.
Yeah.
Keep it frosty. You can go first.
Thank you.
You want me to go first?
You can go.
Okay, I'll go first. Just gotta, like, once you get settled in, you gotta pause for a second, because then they can trim it there, you know? Okay. And if we screw up, you can just give a pause and they'll trim it.
I'll trim it.
No, they'll trim it.
I just made a movie for something else and I trimmed it.
Okay. So COVID interesting, let's try that again.